Hello, this is Andres Gonzalez, and this is the artwork of Banksy. Not much is known about the anonymous graffiti artist from Britain, but around 1993 he was first noticed for his freehand graffiti. But around 2000, he started using stencils in order to speed up his work. He is known for pushing the boundaries and at times breaking the rules in order to complete his artwork. His main goal is to challenge the authority and political art institutions of the world. One of Banksy's most famous pieces is a piece called Napalm. It depicts a young child who seems to be frightened and running away, and next to her are Mickey Mouse and Ronald McDonald. It's visible that it is one of Banksy's art pieces due to the realistic and organic shape of the girl and the lack of vibrant color. We can see that the girl is only painted in black and white, while the characters next to her are highlighted with a mellow yellowish tone. This was actually a picture taken by Nick Oot that depicted children running away from an explosion. Banksy took the image and pulled out one of the kids and stood her next to characters representing big companies, Disney and McDonald's. He creates this to show an unappeal for the ongoing conflicts and war that is happening in our world. And he also depicts the characters in order to criticize the large companies who fund militaries. This next piece is called Love is in the Air. This piece depicts a man wearing a hat and a mask who is shown throwing a bouquet of flowers. This was drawn on a very large scale and was placed on the West Bank wall in Jerusalem. The man seemed to have a hostile look to him and is drawn in black and white, while the flowers are colored with yellow and red petals. The reason it was placed on the wall was because that the wall separated Palestine from Israel. Banksy was one of many who were upset with the construction and used the wall as a canvas to protest their thoughts. The way the man is positioned depicts someone who is throwing a weapon. But the twist is that Banksy replaced the weapon with flowers. This symbolizes the act of fighting the system with love and peace. This is a very interesting piece due to the fact that Banksy had painted over an already created mural. We can see that Banksy painted the two officers since they are monochrome and depicted in representational art. What we also see is a man and a dog that are painted in an abstract way. They use organic shapes and they have hints of orange and red. The painting of the dog and the man were created by another famous graffiti artist named Jean-Michel Basquiat, who was holding an exhibition in Barbian Centre in London. Banksy later added the two police officers to signify the racial injustice in today's society. Basquiat is one of the first African Americans to become famous for his graffiti, and Banksy wanted to show how Basquiat, would have been treated since he is of African American descent. While Banksy is known for his graffiti art, he has also participated in performance art from time to time, but his most famous performance was called Love is in the Bin. One of his most famous pieces is called Girl's Balloon. It had been admired by many. Banksy later released a portrait of the same image and placed it in a very specific frame. Later off, he put it off to auction. But what everybody did not know is that once it was sold, the painting would be shredded more than halfway down to the point where it wasn't recognizable. It was a surprise to many, and many people were wondering why he attempted this. I believe he attempted this because he believes that his art is meant to be seen by everyone and not to be sold off to one person. Thank you for listening to my presentation on Banksy.